Hi, Jan here, welcome to the channel and to Vlogmas. I think it's 11 today. I'm having one of those frustrating waste of a days where I'm so tied up with fighting against the machine, as it were. I had one of these a few months ago with my energy company that I pay for my household gas and electricity through. And it started off the same thing with them this morning, that I've had a problem with them because they won't keep me up to date on my balance. I pay an annual, a monthly direct debit, and then the bill's paid annually. And so I couldn't see why they just couldn't give me a kind of running total of how much I've got stacking up in there ready for when the bill comes in. But then this morning, all of a sudden, I get an email through that it's presumably going out to everybody saying, we've given you a new account number. We're now changing your account, which means that you need to change all your online and your details on the app in order to log in. But having done that, it took me hours to get all, because you've got to change all the passwords and everything and get it all updated. But once I did, the new app does exactly what I wanted, and it gives me a running total of exactly how much I've got sitting there waiting for when the bill comes in, which is somewhat frustrating because when the bill comes in, it's due in March. They estimate it should be going on past usage, etc, etc. They estimate it'll be around £1,200. By March, I'm going to have £2,000 sat there. And yet they're still not bringing down my direct debits, and I'm scared to stop paying it or to reduce the amount that I'm paying, because I'm even worried about putting the heating on in case I'm running up some massive debt that I can't afford come March, and then suddenly have to find hundreds and hundreds of pounds out of nowhere. And it's just so frustrating because it should be just so simple. The whole thing should be just so simple, but it's not. And so I got all tied up with doing that. Then on top of that, I ordered something on Saturday from a local, well, from a major retailer, but we do have a high street store. But according to their website, they don't have one in stock in the store, or I would have gone in and picked it up there and then. But instead of that, I've ordered it, and I thought, well, they can just deliver it to me, except for when I looked down, the delivery cost was going to be about £6 to deliver it. And I thought, well, I'm not paying that. I'll have it delivered to the shop and then I'll go and pick it up from the shop. So spent hours going through the whole checkout process. I do have an account with them, but I couldn't log into my account for some reason. And then if there's something wrong and I couldn't get onto my account, so I checked out as a guest. Okay, fair enough. So that's gone. I've ordered it. I've paid for it. It's come up on the screen with a purchase number. I can't remember the name of it, but anyway, it's got the order number there, so I've got all the orders there, and it says directly under that, look in your email and we're emailing you a receipt and confirmation, and then when it arrives in the shop we'll email you and you can just go and pick it up. Okay, fine. So Saturday I'm checking my email, nothing. All right then, maybe it'll come in tomorrow. So yesterday I'm checking my email, nothing. This morning, nothing. Going through all the junk folders, everything, looking for this non-existent email. Okay, fine, I'll go online and I'll say to them, what's going on? So I go online and they want you to talk to their virtual assistant. Here we go. So go on to the virtual assistant, and say my email hasn't arrived. I can't remember what it actually said, but along the lines of, I'm not trained to deal with that, you need to speak to a real person. Okay, fine. Click the thing to speak to a real person. You're number 84 in the queue. Okay, fine. So gradually that comes down. It comes down, 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 down do number 9. And then it's a survey. How did we do today? Well, you didn't do anything. You've just cut me off. So I filled in the survey saying 0 satisfaction, you know, you were rubbish, you cut me off. And I went through the whole process again, set it all up again. You know, I started off at 50 odd in the queue, come down, just goes dead. Okay, so I'll do it again. Same story, keeps going through, survey, dead. And I did this about 5 times. Every time going through, waiting to speak to a person, and you know, as it comes down from this enormous number right down to nearly speaking to somebody, and then it goes dead. So I've just had to now phone up, and I've spoken to somebody in India, it sounded like, and I have aphasia, which means I hear what you're saying, but I don't necessarily understand it. You add an accent into that, and that makes it even harder. And I also worry that they don't understand what I'm saying. So, and also I've got a tooth that's slightly loose at the moment, and I'm so worried that it's going to fall out, and it's affecting the way that I speak, and I feel that there's a two-way communication difficulty there. They can't understand me, I can't understand them. But eventually we had a conversation, and she said, so you'd like me to tell you when it's going to arrive in the shop? And it's like, yeah, I'd like you to just tell me that the whole thing's going ahead. So then I'm on hold for 10 minutes, and eventually she comes back and she said, it's on the lorry on the way to the shop now. It should be there this afternoon. You will get an email to say when it's arrived. And it's like, well, will I? So anyway, I said about all the trouble that I'd had earlier, and she said, I mean, as they're trained to be, she was very polite, and she said, oh, I'm very sorry, we've got a high level of calls at the moment. I thought, no wonder, because you're not answering any of them. If you answer one call, then that's one person that's not trying to get through. But anyway, sorry, I'm just getting a bit carried away with myself. Now I've spent 7 minutes bending your ear about things, and I know it's not just me, this happens for everybody, and it's just this we used to have for anybody not in England, we used to have a TV programme. It was a comedy programme called Little Britain, and one of the running sketches was computer says no, when somebody would phone up and you know, the person is on the computer, and whatever question they're asked, computer says no. And that is exactly what it's like. Whatever you try to do, computer just says no. So anyway, I will, that's my one and only outing today, is I will go out later on. Well, actually, no, I won't. I'll wait and see if I get an email to say that it's arrived in the shop. If they've got the email, then I'll go and pick it up. If not, I'll go out tomorrow and I'll just go in the shop and they can sort it out from there. It used to be so much easier in the old days when shops sold things, and you could go in a shop and just buy what you wanted, take it home, and it's all over and done with. But nowadays it's all, you've got to order it online, have it delivered to the shop. And I can understand why from the shop's perspective that would be better, but from a customer perspective it's only better if it works. And then later on this week, I've got a friend who's going away for a week, and she's asked me to feed her cats for her. And I did think, oh great, I'll take you with me and I'll show you her house. She lives in the most beautiful house. But then I thought, no, that's you can't do that to people without permission. And I'm pretty sure if I asked her, she'd say no. But so I won't be showing you that. But there's 3 cats that I'm supposed to be feeding. She said, because I said, are they locked in the house? And she said, no, they've got the cat flaps, so they'll come and go as they feel. She said you might not even see one of them because it's quite shy. And I thought, oh no, you know, how am I going to know if it's all right if I don't see it? And she said, and the foxes come and wait for their food as well. So if they want me to carry on putting food out for the foxes, I will video that for you. Maybe not her cats, but I will try and get footage of the foxes being fed, if they do come, because our foxes here that I don't feed, but my next door neighbours do, but they never put the food out until about 1 o'clock in the morning. So the foxes are only ever out for their food in the dark, so you can't film it. So that's all I've really got planned for the moment. I'm just thinking, what's the date today? It's the 11th, so 10 days time before we go to the Long Barrow. So that's that would be Vlogmas 21. But for today, that's all I've got to say. So I apologise if I've just had a real rant, but I'll be back again tomorrow, hopefully with some nicer things to say. Okay, lots of love. Bye.